Good afternoon, I'm Kim Baez. A huge victory today for animal rights advocates fighting to stop research on chimpanzees. And New Mexicans can take much of the credit. News 13's Diana Salceda is here with more.
Kim, the chimps at the research facility in Alamogordo had been used for biomedical research for decades, but today, the National Institutes of Health decided to bar new funding for any chimp research.
The chimps at the Alamogordo primate facility at Holloman Air Force Base have a long history of being used for science, dating back to the early days of spaceflight. After that, it was biomedical research. Now, in 2001, the facility was closed down for cruelty. It reopened under a different contract with the feds that does not allow any invasive research on the chimps there. Today, a victory for animal rights activists fighting to stop the chimp research across the country. And it all started last year when the National Institutes of Health, or NIH, wanted to move the chimps out of New Mexico to a biomedical research facility in Texas to save money.
Thousands of people, tens of thousands of people wrote, called, emailed, and made such a fuss that finally our senators, Tom Udall and Jeff Bingaman, joined with Senator Tom Harkin of Iowa to say we need an independent review of whether there's any need for chimpanzees in research.
That review came from the Institute of Medicine that said experiments with humans' closest relative, chimps, should be a last resort. NIH is now barring any new funding for chimp research and will review all ongoing projects. 54-year-old Flo is one of 170 chimps at Alamogordo. She's become the poster chimp. A look at Flo's medical record shows 6 pages dating from 1972 to 2009, including an escape attempt that ended up with her being shot. But most entries are about her being anesthetized for blood draws.
She was used in a breeding program. You know, she had 4 babies, only to have them taken away from her immediately for use in research studies.
There are about 1,000 chimps being used for research in the U.S., and today's move is just a step.
The fight is not over. Until these chimpanzees are officially classified as permanently retired, they're not safe.
This working group will review about 37 ongoing projects here in the U.S. involving chimps to see if those projects should be phased out. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Diana. Now, chimps are very expensive to care for. A bill now being considered in Congress says the government could save $30 million by stopping chimp research.